Looks like spring. There's so many flowers. It's so beautiful. Rain, rain, rain. I think I've had 3 days hiking where it didn't rain. The direction I came from, as you can see, my road is now a nice, soft dirt road. It's kind of pretty in here. It's opened up. Well, it didn't take long for the ground to look like this. And I spied this spot here with no rocks. So somehow I am short a whole day of food. That's so weird. Trail has gotten harder to walk on and harder to follow. You have to find the cairns or sticks or whatever, but it's like really rocky and hard to keep your balance in the dark as an old lady with glasses. You can see why it's so slow. There's a cairn there, and then there's another one there. Yeah, difficult. I've made it. I made it through the Malpais. Woohoo! That was really cool. But if only I had enough food. So there may be a water cache here. I can take a little break and drink something. Okay, now I begin the road walk. Oh, there's the La Ventana Arch. It's pretty. It's raining again. It rains every day on the CDT. This guy, he's standing in it. That's gross. No, that's the most disgusting water. I tried to filter it through a bandana. Back on the road again. That water I collected last night is completely undrinkable. It's so disgusting. So I'm back on the CDT, on the official red line here. Oh, look, there's a water cache. Awesome. I had a little accident in the middle of the night. So it'd be nice to clean my shorts out. I wonder if this is TLC Ranch. I guess it is. Take a risk and say goodbye to TLC Ranch. Sadly, the apples were spoiled. Well, I'm on trail at 5 a.m. I got tired of laying there being hungry. I can almost show you. The night sky is so dark out here in the middle of nowhere. That's the morning star, I think. You just see so many stars. It's amazing. Well, I'm getting close to Pie Town. I think I have like 3 more miles or something. The gathering place where all my dreams of breakfast will come true. Okay, I'm clean. I washed a few things. I cleaned out my filter from that disgusting cow water. So the toasters. It's a camping toaster. Worked out well. I got to the post office and the man who owns the gathering place was picking up the mail, and one of the boxes he was picking up was mine, and then he gave me a ride back to the toaster house. Well, as nice as it is to rest here at the toaster house, back to work. My pack is so heavy, and eating an entire pie before heading out into the hot sun, not a good idea. I think that light is for me. Once I purged all the stuff in my intestines that were not happy, I got a good wind. Yeah, look at this. And I'm like, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna have to hike later than I usually do, but I'm gonna do it. Oh my God, there's fresh footprints here too. Okay. Here's my campsite. I'm back on the trail. Oh, and it turns out there was another person there, camped there. She heard me talking into the camera and she found me, and I hear this, hello, hello. So I came out of my tent and we stood there in the dark, or as it got dark, talking about our hikes and stuff. So I'm climbing this big mountain called Mangus Mountain. It's taking forever to get to the top. I'm back among aspen trees again. I guess I reached the top with no view. So water cache here. There's also water here, somewhere up this way. Well, we got 2 days in a row without rain, but not 3. Once again, walking in the dark. Here's the water source. Looks like there's some water. That one's full, that one's almost full. Good. I think it's like 20 miles to the next water. I'm back on the official CDT after the Pie Town Road alternate. So I think that's the CDT, and this sort of looks like a road is Govina Canyon. Okay, I did the Govina alt. You guessed it, raining again. Well, if there's one place I never want to see again, it's climbing up that Cat Claw Mountain. Looks like the CDT goes that way, and the Gila alt goes this way, follows this road, and it's all good trees over here. So I'm gonna follow it a little ways until I find something that's level and not rocky, or until I die, whichever comes first. Okay, here's my home sweet home for the night. I don't know, got the swoopy back again, but who cares? Well, I'm back on the road again in the dark. So Raphael, who used to leave good comments, said that this was a good source. So these two are completely dry, and this one is full, but you can't get to it. The tire looks like it might be full because there's something floating in it maybe, and that might be a gate. I'm gonna check it out. Look at that. and it's clear. Oh, this is great. Thank you, tire. We're in business now. He's really small. So once again, wasn't paying attention and I went pretty far off trail. So I think this little dirt road up here will take me back. Okay, I'm back on the trail. I guess the trail goes sort of cross country. There's sort of a trail here. I got water out of that pool. I didn't filter it yet. I just put 2 liters of it in my backpack. There's Snow Lake. Doesn't look like what I've seen in other people's videos. It's not what I imagined it to be. There's a lot more trees. Okay, I'm turning left here. I don't need to go to the faucet at Snow Lake Campground. I have enough water from that little puddle. So, starting at this intersection, it's about 8 miles to where the high route crosses the Gila River. It goes down into the river canyon. Gives you an option if you want to do a segment. There's a number of segments with options to climb in or out of the canyon and take the high route. My plan is to take the high route the whole way. There we go. I almost forgot to take a picture of my campsite. So what do you do if somebody drives by on the road when you're pooping behind a tree next to the road? The only thing I could think of was to turn off my light and hope they didn't see me. And I don't think they did, but maybe they did, who knows. At least I didn't have them stop and ask me, am I okay? Looks like I've reached the campground. There's a lot of stuff here. So the backcountry horsemen are doing the trail. Look how good it is now. You can see down there at the bottom. That looks really pretty down there. Oh, there's the Gila River. I get across and then get some water. Maybe I should get some water here. So I took a little break and pulled out some of those black seeds that were stuck to my socks yesterday. Somehow they got in my shoes and were stuck at the on both shoes, both socks. They were stuck in at my middle toe, the one that's the longest. And it's like every now and then I would feel something sharp in there. I'd be ow, 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 and it would get out of the way, and then I wouldn't feel it for a while. So I was surprised. I thought it was just a little rock, but it was those seeds. Okay, I topped off my bottles. It's 6 miles to the last water source that has a comment that it has water. And then after that it's 18 miles, or from here it's 18 miles to the last water source before the cliff dwellings. Before you go to the cliff dwellings, there's a spigot there and a bridge with a river under it. In 6 miles, I'll top everything off again, and I'll be free to do whatever I want. Go all the whole 18 more miles, or camp somewhere in between, whatever. Try to dry some stuff while I'm walking. I'd hoped my rain skirt would help with these things, but it doesn't. Oh, here's my home sweet home. I'm on a little saddle. The trail's down there. This is what I'm gonna make. It's gonna be huge. I saved this for my last night before town. So it's almost 7. I totally slept in. I don't even have to use my headlight. Here, piggy, 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 piggy. So the cliff dwellings are back where I emerged at the TJ Corral and the faucet, and then I think maybe a little bit further up the road is where the cliff dwellings are. So if I had known, instead of turning left to come down here, I would have turned right to go see the cliff dwellings, but I didn't know. And so you would think somebody who walks 24 miles a day or so wouldn't care about backtracking a mile and a half, but I just don't want to. I need a rest day. Now it says Tuesday closed. That's not what they told me when I called them. So Doc Campbell's Post is closed Tuesday and Wednesday, won't open until Thursday. Today's Tuesday. Oh my God, they're so nice. They said that they would open the store for me and let me shop for an hour. So I got a campsite underneath this shade is my site. It's not the greatest site, but it'll do. The best part is there's hot springs that are, I'll show it to you later, but they're concrete pools. Here's one of the pools. This is real nice. Oh, this is so nice. It was so hot out there. I thought it would be too hot to get in here, but it's like the perfect temperature, and because my hair is wet, it's cooling me off actually. And as soon as I get out, of course, I'm freezing. I have no towel or anything. Yeah, this was a great place. Although there is a dog that barks all night. So I got an early start this morning, about 5:30. It's all road walking today, so no need to see where I'm going. Well, I need to see where I'm going, but I don't need to see that well. So there's the Gila Hot Springs area where I camped last night, and I've climbed all the way up this big hill, and I'm still climbing. Gosh, only 35 miles? It's really tempting now to do what MK did and just walk directly into town. This is the junction. I'm wondering if there's water down there somewhere. I'm not sure how I get to it. Oh, there's a bridge. Must be there. Apparently, this is the Great Divide bike route. So I'm still on the divide of some sort. It's my road. It's called Sheep Corral Canyon. 7 miles long. In 7 miles, I would get back on the Gila alternate. The total is 32 miles to get to, well, maybe a little bit less than that, but about 32 miles to get to Silver City versus 17 or less than 18 if I stay on this road. I haven't had an actual decent meal since eating at what was that place called? Denny's. in Grants, and that wasn't even a very decent meal. So looks like I made my decision here. I'm gonna get to Silver City a day or a day and a half early. That's less food I have to buy. That's getting home sooner. I have about 4 liters of water. That's plenty to camp and do 18, 17 miles. So I guess I made my choice. Cherry Creek Campground. Let's hope it's nice. This is really nice. It's a nice little site. That looks like a good site over there. Oh, here's my home, sweet home for the night. There's my picnic table. It's real nice here. It's like, I think that's a juniper tree, and there's pines, and then there's oaks and other things. It's very pretty. Back on the road. It's about 5:20, something like that, 5:25. So, a little update. I'm in Silver City. I am spending the night here because it's one of my last 2 towns before I get to the border, and I had a lot to do. So once I got my hotel room, I turned on the internet and I see on Reddit that the last 1.1 miles to the southern terminus is closed unless you have a special permit from the U.S. military. And to get this permit, you have to give them your passport number and a passport-like photo, whatever that means, and photos of your real ID, driver's license or ID, and you have to fill out a form, and then they do a background check on you, and then if you pass the background check, they'll issue you a permit to go to the border, the last 1.1 miles. And I'm just like, well, what am I supposed to do? So actually, it turned out there was a CVS right across the street, and I was able to get a passport photo, and I took pictures of my driver's license, and I got Tony to send me a picture of my passport so I could get the number. And I filled out the form and I sent it off, so we'll see if I hear before I get to Lordsburg what's going on. So that took some time today. So I'm glad I had a hotel and was planning to stay anyway, but it's not like I got a lot of napping or anything done. So anyway, that's all I can do for now.